Hi, my name is Janelle Bell. I just want to let you know that I used to be called Bang. Was in gang, locked up in jail before, out in the streets, running the streets. And I just want to let you know I ain't that chick no more, and this is just a new beginning.
I ain't that chick.
It's about self-empowerment. It's about self-awareness. It's about self-respect.
Hey, it's Nate and welcome to another episode of I Ain't That Chick. I have another fantastic guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Janelle Bell, also known as Miss Bang.
Miss Bang. Janelle, why do they call you Bang?
Well, I used to fight, and I was in a gang, and I was just real reckless and disrespectful and outrageous with anger and no self-control. And all I wanted to do was just fight.
Okay, so I'm thinking back to elementary school where kids had little fights on the playground, that type of stuff. So was it that type of fighting or?
I would just say probably like starting in middle school, central school, fighting, fist fighting, just anybody. So girls, boys.
You the boys too?
Yes.
Okay, so were you like the class bully?
I wouldn't say I was a bully, but I was more just like fighting. Like I wasn't a bully, I seen the good, but just fighting. If my family called for me to fight, if I had to go run and fight, I'm there to fight for anyone.
Really?
Yes.
And so your family would call for you to fight people?
Even if they called me or if I knew that they were going through something, they just knew that I was always the one that would just jump for them at every time and just fight.
Okay.
So,
was it clean fighting or you was kind of, doing like the nasty, dirty fighting?
Dirty fight. No weapons or anything, but just fighting. Like, I haven't lost a fight. I gotten beaten up several times, but jumped, but at the end of the day, I still got back up and I fought again.
And how old were you when you were doing all of this?
I was about probably 13, 14. First time I went to juvenile detention center was 13 years old.
Take me to the moment where things changed.
My angel came, J.A. She allowed me to do a whole 360.
Okay, you guys, who is J.A.?
J.A., she's my daughter.
She's your daughter? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My blessing. And she just allowed me to calm down, And my grandmother always said, you're going to have a little girl because you're going to reap what you sow. Mm-hmm. So, it hit me. And when I realized that she came, I just realized that, Janelle, you have to stop what you're doing and realize that it's not about you no more, it's about her.
Now, were you still involved with the gang when you got pregnant? Okay.
And also with her father.
Was her father a gang member?
Yeah, he's a gang member as well.
Still to this day?
Still to this day. Yes.
So now you landed up in jail, and I think you had an experience.
Yes, I did.
Tell me about that.
This was just recently. I was incarcerated. And
just recently?
This was about maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was incarcerated. It was a miracle.
Really? Most people don't think of being in jail as a miracle.
It was a miracle because I just think that God, for me, He has to sit me still. And He sat me still. And at that time, it was for me to be in jail. Minor things, just municipal fines, nothing too serious. Mm-hmm. And this time I had to do 23 hours and 1 hour out because of a piercing that I had, which is out now. But it's just amazing how I think of it that, this piercing couldn't come out at this time. It wasn't meant for it to come out. Okay. So I'm in the cell and I'm doing 23 hours and 1 hour out. And I was delivered in that cell. It was a lot of different things that went on in there.
Tell me what happened.
For one, I was in the whole unit by myself, which is unusual. Mm-hmm. No one else was there. And he cleared the whole way out just for me to be alone. Even to the point where the officers will come in and say, Janelle, you want to watch TV? And I'm like, no, I'm studying. Mm-hmm. I was just into my Bible and into my writing. I love to write, and I came home with like piles of notes like this just because that's just the time that I put in for him. And I wanted to get to know him. I've always known him. My grandmother brought us up in church since I was 8. But I didn't get to know who he was.
And who is he? He can be a lot of...
I'm talking about God.
Okay.
I'm talking about God, the amazing Lord. Okay. him.
So you felt like God met you in the cell?
Oh,
Yeah.
he did meet me in the cell. He delivered me in the cell. There was nothing but me and him in there. I can hear him speak to me. Everything else was closed out.
What did he say to you, if you can share?
He said so much. One dream that I had, it was the devil was holding me down. And he said, Janelle, once you climb up these stairs and you get to the light, it's over. You just have to get up and get to the light. And it was weird to me because I'm so strong. And I felt like, I fought so many times. I can lift this devil off of me. It's nothing. And I couldn't get him off of me for a second. I couldn't get him off of me. And God kept telling me, you have to trust and you have to believe. You have to trust and you have to believe everything that I'm saying. So I said, Lord, I do. I give you all my trust and I believe everything that you say. And he flew off of me. He flew right off of me. And when I tell you I ran up them stairs, I ran up the stairs. And the light was so marvelous. So that was my deliverance, where I left the darkness and I walked into a marvelous light. And from that day forth, everything has changed in my life.
Praise God.
Everything has changed. It has been nothing but greatness. I still go through trials and tribulations. I still go through battles. But it's just, now I trust him and I believe in him, which is the Lord.
So you fight differently now.
I fight for him.
You fight for him and you fight with your faith.
Yes.
And not so much
with my hands. Yes.
So now, that's beautiful. That touched me. But now, when you come out of jail and you have this, you've changed.
Yes.
You come out and you come back to your crew and you see them. How do they respond to you?
Oh, it's different.
Well, were you nervous to tell them, like, hey, something happened to me in jail?
No.
No?
For one, I wasn't even nervous. Just like, they seen it.
They saw, okay.
They saw the glow. They saw the actions. Actions speak louder than words. They see the difference in me. They see more of a young lady, and they see that I want better.
Are you still involved in this game?
They're still here. I'm just not involved as far as doing the things that I used to do.
Okay. Because, as far as I know of and have seen on TV, once you get in a gang, it's not so easy to get out.
Absolutely. And I did get jumped in. Everything was official about it. But at the end of the day, what you put your mind to, you can do it. And I put my mind to get myself out and not to deal with it no more, because I realized that it wasn't helping me. It was more negative. So I took myself out of there. And I continue to go forward with the positive.
Okay. So that was Miss Bang.
Yes.
And now we have
Janelle. Yes.
So who is Janelle today?
She is a young lady.
With pearls on, might I add. Yes.
A young lady with a lot of potential. And one thing that I learned about myself is I'm not putting a top or a limit over myself. I just want to reach to the sky. And however far God takes me, I'm going to go. And I just feel like if I fought so much for the negative, just imagine how much fight I have for the positive and for him.
You better give me some. You better give me some. Now, what I want you to do is, because somebody, watching this episode,
yes,
they may not have reached the level of awareness that you've reached.
Yes.
So I want you to speak to another Miss Bang out there. What would you say to her?
Well, for one, I just want to say, step out on faith and trust in God, and just know that you are capable of anything that you want to do. You put your mind to anything and that you can get it done. And no matter if your surroundings or who you are trying to hold you down, just continue to push forward and do what you want to do for yourself, what's great for you. And just always remember that God is the answer for all. He lean not to your own understandings, but lean to His. And no matter what battle you go through, He will definitely be there for you. And I am a true witness, and I am a true testimony of it all.
Amen. Janelle, you are beautiful. Love.
Thank you.
Praise God.
Want to find out more about I Ain't That Chick? Visit our website at www.IAin'tThatChick.com.